I have a confession. It's been 2 weeks since I did my last workout, but I'm here today and I hope you all will choose to join with me. I am going to start with one of those Leo Moves workouts just as my warm-up. Then I'm gonna jump straight into a LIIFT4 workout, day 1, chest and triceps. Feel free to jump in, do this with me, follow along. I've listed all of the moves in the description below so that you can go at your own pace. I'm gonna start the warm up with some shoulder taps. You can spread your feet wide to maintain your stability and make sure that your hips are rotating as little as possible as you switch each arm and tap the opposite shoulder. We're gonna do this for 40 seconds. If you need a quick break, take about 15 seconds. Otherwise, we're gonna jump right into the next warm-up. Push-ups followed by about 3 seconds of Superman. Straight down, 1001, 1002, 1003, straight up into a push-up. And then right back down. We're gonna do that for about 40 seconds as well. Pause the video and take a 15-second break, or move on with me into a plank with a knee step up and tap. We're gonna go for about 40 seconds. All right, we are going to start with chest press and skull crushers. Technically, I already did my first round, but then I realized I didn't even warm up. So here we go. Chest press. When you come down to the ground, you want to have your knees together, your feet planted, and also your lower back should be planted. We want to make sure that when you're lifting, you're not arching your back in the process, or you're not arched already. That's not going to be good for you. Make sure your back is flat to the ground. I see that mistake a lot when I go to visit gyms. And if you're doing that with your back, you need to fix your form and probably drop some weight. So anyway, you want to have your arms in a goalpost position, and we're going to do 10 reps of each set. I'm going to put this down. We're going to try to bump it up 2.5 pounds on each side, or 5 pounds each side, just depending on how much weight that is for you, how strong your muscles are. Or not at all. You can just start with one weight and do that all 3 rounds. But I am starting with 20 pounds. All right, here we go. We're going to do 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you might notice how we didn't try to fly through those and just use momentum. You want to go at a nice, steady, even pace. It feels weird to do that with no weight. It's like spaghetti arms. Okay. Skull crushers. Same thing. You want to have knees together, feet planted, lower back planted. And you're going to start with your elbows in at your sides, but then you're going to lift up from there. and you'll have the weights come down towards your forehead. And when you come up, make sure that your elbows, I'm going to put this down for a second so you can see, make sure your elbows are locked in place and they're not going outwards, or I don't know that they really will fly inwards, but you want to work to keep them to like act as if you're squeezing a ball between your arms, but you're just not going to move it. So come down and lift up. If you need to do one arm at a time, that could actually be helpful. If you've never done anything like this before, it helps to put your hand there on your elbow and you'll feel your tricep flexing as you come up and down. So you could do 10 on each side or do them together. I'm going to do them together. And we're going to do 10. 1, 2. Obviously, don't drop them on your forehead. And you don't need to hit it either. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So that was our first round. Technically my second, but who's counting? Okay. I am going to bump it up to 25 pounds on each side. So essentially that's a 10-pound increase. But if you find you only want to do 2.5 pounds to bump it up on your second round, that's fine. Or you can just stick with your weight. It just depends on how you feel. You want to be able to make it through. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Unfortunately, I don't have any 10-pound weights that are small like these. And these are obnoxious, especially for skull crushers. But I'm just going to modify a little bit and just go further away from my face. You can see, I'll show you real quick. So you can see the difference. It's doing the same thing, it's just a little further apart. So when I had my 8s, my elbows were about like that coming down. And so now with these 10s, because they're obnoxious, I'm going to just start with my arms a little further apart, come down so I'm not hitting my face or forehead. Now, if you want to or need to slow down the pace, that's totally fine. Usually there is like, I would allow yourself at least 30 seconds to a minute break in between the sets, but I like to just run through them. So feel free to stop the video whenever you need a break, take a breath, get a drink of water, go to the bathroom, obviously. Do whatever you need to make it through. The important thing is to just finish. It doesn't matter how long it might take you. But I don't recommend like doing part of this one day and then another part another day. Like, let's try to do it in one sitting. Okay, anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Less talking, more action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, second round. This is our final set for chest press. I've got 30 pounds now, so I bumped it up another 5 pounds on each side. And it does already feel heavy to me, but that's good because on our last set, we want to be close to failure on the last few reps, or maybe even have failure on your last rep or two. So let's get it going. Make sure you breathe. Breathe out to push up and breathe in when you're coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I adjusted because I could feel my lower back raising. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm surprised that wasn't too hard to finish. So I'd say it's just about right, but maybe next time I will start with 5 pounds more so that I'm closer to failing on the third set. Not failing, just failure. Don't really know if there's a difference. Okay, skull crushers, we'll go to 12 pounds. All right. So on my previous set of skull crushers, I did those 10 pounds. Now I'm just gonna bump it up to 12 pounds on each side. I've got 15 pounds, but I'm not gonna do that. Just gonna go for, well, on these skull crushers, I guess I have been going up 2 pounds because I started with 8, then I went to 10. So now I'm gonna do 12. Math. My math is mathing. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. Really focus on those tricep muscles right here. Make sure your elbows are staying in place. 3, 4, 5. Nice and steady. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, of course, you can do these with barbells on a bench at the gym, whatever, but whatever works best for you. Shoot, you could even use soup cans if you don't have any dumbbells. All right, that is done. I should probably go ahead and add more weight on my skull crushers next time and start with 10 pounds. So I would make a note of that. Always keep track of which weights you use for which exercises. My chest press, I'm gonna write that I started with 20, I did 25 and 30. And I'm gonna do a little arrow mark that shows up. That'll tell me next time I do a workout, I need to bump it up by 5 pounds. Skull crushers, started with 8, did 10 and 12. Do the same thing, make an arrow so that I start with 10 pounds instead. All right, now we're going to move on to chest fly and triceps press. Last time I did this, I used 15 pounds. Since the chest press and the skull crushers, I should have started with a little bit more weight. I'm just gonna go ahead and start the same time I did, the same amount that I did this time last year, and see how it goes. Okay. So chest fly, you wanna do the same thing. Knees together, feet planted, lower back flat. And then when you come up, you're gonna start up here. You start with the dumbbells together. You want your arms to be in line with your chest, and you're gonna come out like you're about to hug a tree. Don't touch the ground. I would say it's maybe 2 inches. Keep it wide and then bring them together. That felt pretty heavy. I did hold it out longer than normal, but I'm gonna try that and see how it goes. So we'll count that as 1. It was 1, so extended 1, 2, 3, 4, and you do want to make sure your elbows are just a little bit bent. 5, make sure you're not getting up into your shoulders. You want to be using your chest. I noticed myself getting into my shoulders a bit on that one. I think that was 3, maybe 4. We'll call this 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that was a little heavy, but we'll try to stick with it for the second round. All right. Next we have, I'm a little off-centered, but whatever. Triceps press. Same thing. Feet planted, knees together, lower back planted. You want to keep your elbows right in at your sides where your ribs are. I am starting with 20 pounds for my triceps press. And let me think. Put this down. In terms of comparison with the weight that you should use, I guess I'm starting with the same amount that I did on my chest press, and I know I could have lifted a little bit more on my chest press, so maybe do the same amount of weight that you did for your chest press, or 5 to 10 pounds less. Whatever works for you, you'll figure it out. Okay. Here we go. Elbows into the sides, and you're just gonna push up for the triceps press. It's like chest press, but for your triceps. So there's 1, 2. You always wanna keep your elbows close to your sides. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that was pretty good. Chest fly. So for my chest fly, I am just going to stick with the same weight, the 15 pounds, because that first one did feel a little heavy, and I don't want to overstrain myself. So here we go. You get a different angle for the chest fly. Start at the top, lower back planted, feet planted, knees together. Have your arms right at your chest level. Okay. And go to hug that tree. Oh, big tree, I love you. 1, 2. I am a tree hugger. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, my stomach is growling. And sounds like the dogs need to go outside real quick. So I will be right back. Okay, so the triceps press felt good with 20 pounds. Bumping it up to 25 for the second set. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. Whew. Last set of the chest fly. I'm gonna stick with the same 15 pounds. I think I could go up 20 pounds. Or not 20 pounds more, but to 20 pounds. But I am going to stick with the 15. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. And I stuck with the 15 because the most important part of doing any of your workouts are to make sure that you have good form. And I could feel myself kind of shrugging into my shoulders as I was doing those. So I had to keep reminding myself to keep my shoulders out of it and focus in on my chest. So stick with whatever weight you can keep good form. With that same concept, I'm sticking with my 25 pounds for my last triceps press because that last set was really heavy. Or started to feel pretty heavy, so we're gonna do 25 pounds again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So good. Make sure you're writing your weights down. I got mine. I'm just going to stick with my weight that I started with. So I just put like a little bar to signal to that to myself. Just stick with it. Next, we have the rotating press and tricep push-ups. I'm going to use the same weight on my rotating press that I did to start with my chest press, which is 20 pounds. The tricep push-ups, you can choose to either start them on your knees if you need to, or do regular triceps push-ups. It'll be 30 seconds or 10 reps, whatever works. In the LIIFT4 program, I think he does 30 seconds, but I don't want to have to put a timer on, so I'm going to say 10 reps. The difference between the chest press and the rotating chest press is that when you go up, you're going to rotate your arms. So it'll go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I noticed I feel like I got a little lower. I think I am again. To stay in your chest zone. 9, 10. Okay. My hand hurts. Ow. I'll take these gloves off for a second. They're getting a little tight. Because I got thumb holes and the gloves, and it's making it a little too tight. Alright. Yeah, look. Mark. Okay, and my fingers are getting swollen. Alright. So, tricep push-up. You can either do them on your knees, so you just have your knees together, and then put your arms together to where when you come down, your elbows are going to be as close to your sides as possible. That's one. Or the same thing, if you come all the way up for a triceps press, you'll just be on your toes, and you come down and keep your arms into your sides. But I ain't got the strength for that. So I'm going to stick to being on my knees. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. Okay. So, if you do 10, it usually takes about 30 seconds or more. Or you can just time yourself at 30 seconds, and whatever you make it to in 30 seconds is fine. Like if you only end up doing 5, it's whatever. Just as long as you keep moving, keep trying. All right, rotating press. Make sure you drink your water. All right, rotating press. I did bump it up 5 pounds on each side. Here we go. Make sure I don't go forward on it this time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forgot what I was doing for a second. All right. Well, I don't know how to do that. Tricep push-up on my knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. The last set of rotating press, I'm going to stick with 25 pounds on each side. I'm not bumping it up because that last set was pretty heavy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I'm not looking forward to these tricep push-ups. Okay. Tricep push-ups, here we go. Tell yourself you are strong, you can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God. Okay. 8, 9, 10. That was a struggle. Next we have HIIT. I totally forgot about that part. Oh god. Soccer runs for 60 seconds. Mountain climbers for 45 seconds. And catchers for 30 seconds. Then after this we do abs. We're gonna do 3 rounds of these HIIT workouts. Oh yeah. Got 60 seconds of soccer runs. Basically run like you're kicking a soccer ball. Keep it in the air. Let's go. My left calf is already sore as hell. It's a little painful. Seconds down. Make sure you keep moving your arms, shoulders away from your ears. Lift those knees up. Next, we have 45 seconds of mountain climbers. And you can go at a slow pace or a faster pace. Or you can even slow it way down and go one leg at a time. But it doesn't feel any easier. If you have catchers, you start in plank. Wait. Yeah, jump up, catch, come back down. And if jumping is not in the cards for you, you can put one leg up at a time, come up, one leg back, one leg up at a time, catch, one leg back. In between These reps, you want to make sure to rest about 15 seconds. All right, attack a run. Here we go. Turn to the side. Mountain climbers, 45 seconds. There we go. Catchers, 30 seconds. Oh, there's a door. Okay. You want to try to pop back and back up quick as you can. Like I said, if you need to go one leg at a time to start, totally fine too. Last set, let's go, let's go, let's go. Stuck around. Mountain climbers, gonna start slow. Pick it up, just a little bit. Go as fast as you can. Let's go. All right, last set, catchers. Let's power through 30 seconds. Here we go. All right, if you made it through that, good job. If you only made it partway through, also good job. If you're just watching, I don't know. Because you burn calories watching. All right, so next we have abs. So we're gonna do rope climb and windshield wipers. So, gonna do this for 30 seconds. Act like you're holding a rope between your feet and that you're just climbing up. That would be pretty damn strong. Thankfully, it's only an invisible rope. And we're gonna do windshield wipers. One fall to the side one way, to the middle, and then the other. This is just like all of the other sets. We're gonna do, three exercises. We're gonna do 3 sets. Make sure you're really focusing on your lower tummy, trying to keep your belly button pulled in to your spine. Think about lifting. Back to windshield wipers. These are really good when you are just getting started on your ab muscles. It's the same thing. You focus on keeping your belly button tucked in to your spine. Kind of zone in on your pelvic floor to hold your weight as you go back and forth. Last set. And if you need to bend your knees, I guess, and that could work too. But try to keep them straight. And just reach as high as you can. Your bum for windshield wipers you can. It doesn't work too well. I would just say keep them at the sides. Just really focus on your lower core. And just like that, we are done with day 1 of LIIFT4, the chest and triceps workout. If you joined me to do this, I'm proud of you for finishing or at least making it as far as you could. Make sure that you are stretching. I recommend doing some yoga. I am not gonna do stretching on the video today, but I hope y'all make sure to get that done. Stretch out those muscles that you just got moving. If you did try this workout with me, let me know what your experience level is and how it felt for you. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. Thanks y'all for being here. I appreciate you. Bye.